Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today, the mopey one is back in the news. That's right. The mopey Muppet is being called delusional, and I am here for it. So let's take a look at what's going on. Thanks for being here, Honk Honk. All right, Prince Harry's claim about secret Buckingham Palace deal to stop him launching hacking case is, quote, Alice in Wonderland stuff, High Court hears. So let's get into this. Delusional douchebag is back in the news. He thinks that there's a deal to stop the hacking case. He thinks that Buckingham Palace has worked out this deal. He really is like a toddler, but not cute or sweet. He's just delusional. He believes these things and he says them, and people just kind of have to tousle his hair and say, "Okay, Harry. I will no longer be using their titles, so I will just call them names instead." So the douchebag had not a single shred of evidence to back up his story of a clandestine agreement. Wait, so I'm going to cut this off here and say, oh, I'm shocked. You mean he's making sensational claims with nothing to back it up? Or blatantly lying? Neither he nor Meghan have ever been known to do that before. P.S. This is my face when trying to say that sentence. PPS. I found this picture and I can't stop obsessing about it. You guys, I've used it before, but sometimes I just kind of cycle through the pictures and I'm just like, oh my God. I think she's going for sexy, but it just came across zombie. Sexy zombie, sexy zombie. She went after Harry and said brains, but then realized, oh God, that guy doesn't have any. So the article continues and says that supposedly they struck a deal with the late Queen's approval to stop him launching a phone hacking case against the Sun's publisher. No, doofus, I'll tell you what really happened. You said, I'm gonna sue. And the family probably said, Harry, don't do it. You don't have a case. They barely even hacked your phone. You weren't even interesting enough to have your phone hacked. What are you doing? Don't do it. And he's like, oh, they have an agreement. Harry's case was so contradictory. That's a really polite way of saying he's an idiot. The newspaper's barrister told the court he was trying to ride two horses galloping in. You guys, I'm dying. Okay, let me try this again. Okay. Whew. All right. Harry's case was so contradictory, the newspaper's barrister told the court he was trying to ride two horses galloping in completely opposite directions. That will never not be funny to me. The Duke started his hacking case against the Sun's publisher news group in 2019. Earlier this year, the publisher, which denies the allegations, argued the case should be thrown out because the Duke had waited too long to start legal proceedings. People have 6 years after they become aware of potential illegality to start a civil claim. Hi, I'm Harry. I don't think the rules apply to me. I think I should be able to do whatever I want and lecture people and not have to stick to the same rules as the peons. Oh boy, you ready for this? In response to this, Harry said the reason he had not brought his claim sooner was because of a secret agreement. Is that like a near catastrophic car chase? Okay. Struck by palace aides and newspaper executives. You guys, I'm sorry, I cannot with this guy. Think about everything he says. It's lies. Both of them. They lie all the time. I'm still waiting for any kind of evidence of that near catastrophic car chase. They can't prove anything. They just say these things. So he's just here saying these things. And with her, I think she's making it up as she goes. With him, I think he's confused and believes this crap. I don't know. So he said he had found out in 2012 about the supposed deal, okay, which was that the royals would wait until other phone hacking cases were settled, and then the royals' claims would then be that's a lot of thens, would quietly be admitted or settled with an apology without public fanfare. Harry's barrister said the late Queen was involved in discussions and authorization of the secret agreement. and that it meant Harry could not bring a claim against NGN for the phone hacking at that time. Today's hearing was to decide if the Duke can be allowed to rely on his secret agreement claims or not. So, of course, the defense for the newspaper said no such agreement was ever made. Make it make sense. He told the court it was such a secret agreement, according to Harry, that no one apart from him knows anything about it. That seems to be Harry's MO. And even he knows very little about it. So the barrister said it was bizarre and inexplicable that Harry had no evidence as to when the supposed agreement was made, or who at the palace or institution, as he describes it, was involved with making this very significant agreement. The prince was hedging his bets by being vague. Wait, what? They've never been known to lie about anything and being very vague on the details. See Meghan's pilot or worker or whatever for the airline that kneeled down and thanked her for her service, but very vague about the details. How about the people that are where she claims that the actor told her in South Africa they danced in the streets for her wedding? Like, okay. All right. Can we get some more details, like the guy's name that you talked to? Because nothing makes sense. So from here it says, he said of those people who might be expected to be involved in or aware of such a profound agreement, none of them had heard about it. In the past 11 years, Harry has not appeared to even ask the palace or its former solicitors about the agreement, and that is staggering, said Mr. Hudson. He said he's had years and months to gather evidence. And he hasn't done that at all. There's not a single shred of evidence. Again, this is just Harry's thing. He says crazy things and just expects that we'll all buy it. The KC said Harry's lawyers had criticized newspaper executives who are not even working there in 2012 and told the court that this is Alice in Wonderland stuff, which I take to mean stay away from the mushrooms, Harry. Stop talking to caterpillars, Harry. So he said it was abundantly clear that the Duke's claims about a secret agreement were in reality a construct of his lawyers, who had invented it as a backup plan when they realized they were potentially in trouble with the case. Yes. After the secret agreement, I can't not say it dramatically, right? Claim was first made in Harry's written evidence. Can you imagine? What is Harry's written evidence? Seriously, it's written in crayon. Dear judge, bad people did bad things. And then the judge is like, okay, who did what? I don't know. I'm not really sure. Let me go watch Alice in Wonderland. After the secret agreement, God, I even lost my place. Hold on. After the secret agreement claim was first made in Harry's written evidence to the High Court in April, the judge said he was troubled. Yeah. Are we talking about Harry was troubled? Yeah, I think so too. Mr. Justice Fancourt questioned how Harry could simultaneously state he did not have knowledge before 2019 to bring a claim, but then also that he was prevented from bringing a claim in 2012. He said he was troubled by what appears to be factual inconsistency in Harry's case. Oh boy. All right, let's break this down. So, Harry says that he had no knowledge of the alleged phone hacking before 2019, so he couldn't bring a claim. But then also said he couldn't bring a claim because there was a deal in place with the palace and the media. So he couldn't bring the claim in 2012 when it supposedly happened. His lies are so, unbelievable isn't the right word. They're just so over the top. And the scary part is, I actually think he believes them. I do. I think he's like delusional. All right. So Mr. Fancourt adjourned April's hearing to today in order to decide whether the secret agreement claim can be included in Harry's argument. He heard legal arguments from both sides and will make a ruling at a later date. Well, to quote Jay, I hope Harry keeps getting to say stuff, because every time he does, stuff like this comes out, and it's kind of funny, and it's kind of fun to watch. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. I just want to remind everyone that this guy was half of the dynamic duo, if you will, that thought they could bring down the monarchy. Oh boy. Anyway, guys, this was fun. Harry's a mess. I'm here for it. Couldn't have happened to a better guy, right? Whose fault can he make this whole thing? Who can he blame this on now? I'm excited to see. You guys, this was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Oh, I'm so excited. We just got more Drunk Goose Club merch. You guys had asked for hoodies. We have those now. And hopefully by the time you're watching this, we will have V-neck shirts up as well. So check that out. I'll leave a link in the comments for you to find it. Also, check out Patreon, patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. That's where we do extra content, bonus deep dives, that sort of thing. And that's where you can become an executive producer. And now I'm going to thank my executive producers for all your support. A huge thank you to Linda. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you to Paige. Huge thank you to Teresa. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Aaron and Frank. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Ann M. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Ann H. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Glynis. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Adair Becker. Thank you to Erica. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Barb G. Thank you to Diana. Thank you, Allison B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to Pauline. Thank you to KT. Thank you, Jolene. Thank you, Stromboli. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Loie. Thank you, Lucy H. Thank you to Georgia. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Robbins Landing. Thank you to Helen. Thank you to Mara. Thank you, Ashley C. Thank you to Molly. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Sand Squid. Thank you to Rach. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Domby. Thank you, Android P. Thank you to Sheena. Thank you, Aaron M. Thank you, Faye. Thank you, Judith. Thank you, Spectrum Mom. Thank you, Vanessa B. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mimi Heathcote. Thank you, Misty. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Anita. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to Bree. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you to Elvis Rose here on YouTube. Thank you to Lori. Thank you, Tim B. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Kathy with a C. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Marianne. Thank you to Patricia. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Ridley. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, John. Thank you, Donna D. Thank you, Diana. Thank you, Chewy. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, 509 Cougs. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, BJ. Thank you, Big Bad John. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Duck Barf. Your name is always funny to me. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Vicky loves her corgi. Thank you, Charisse. Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Genesee. Thank you, Essie. Thank you, Lady Grandmother. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Funky Buddha. And thank you, Trish. Can you guys believe I ran out of namespace on the other ones? I had to start a new list here. It's just unbelievable. Thank you to everybody who has signed up to be an executive producer. If you're interested, definitely check out patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. Thank you guys for everything. Have a great day. Bye-bye.